United States shutdown. Allow me to explain what's happening, why it's happening, where it's happening, who is involved, and when it's going to happen. Those are the 5 W's. They never seem to disappoint. I'm going to cover each one so that you come out of this video a shutdown pro. Before I dive into the topic, please consider to subscribe and hit the bell icon. It helps the channel grow. Now let's get to the shutdowns. So let's understand what they are. In its most basic form, it comes out of the Constitution, Article 1, Section 7, in which the President proposes the budget. And then the Congress funds the government according to the 12 appropriation bills. The 12 appropriation bills are subset categories of things like finance, military, security, agriculture, energy. Again, these are all spending limits that need to be proposed and then approved. Now, in order to approve them, both the House and the Senate come together in a conference committee. They come together to agree to the proposed budget, which then needs to be signed by the president. Now let's understand their history and why it happened. Back in 1870, the Anti-Deficiency Act became effective. The act prohibited the government from surpassing their spending limits allocated to them each year. So this means that the president cannot just keep departments open or spend funds at any given time. They must be approved by Congress. Now, this begs the question, when is the budget proposed and approved? The fiscal year for United States starts from October 1, 2023 and ends at September 30, 2024. Now, that forces all parties involved to propose, approve, and get the document signed by the right time, which is October 1. And of course, if they're not able to meet those expectations, the government goes into a shutdown. It either goes into a shutdown or a CR, which is continued resolution. It also has another name, it's called stopgaps. At this time, it's not really clear on which side the government's going to take. Is it going to shut down or is it going to initiate a stopgap? Now, because of that reason, let's just understand what is a shutdown and what is a stopgap. Let's also learn about their effects and how they differ from each other. So, as we discussed earlier, the government shuts down when the Congress fails to get the budget signed by the president by October 1st. Now, what happens during a shutdown? All non-essential government employees are furloughed. And get this, the essential workers who have to work, like air traffic controllers, cops, TFSA agents, they have to work without getting paid. Doreen Greenwald, the president of the National Treasury Employees Union, stated, "We have thousands of members across the country who returned holiday presents because they needed the cash, missed a mortgage payment, took out short-term loans, and ran up their credit card because they had no paycheck for a month." The reality is, the shutdowns can impact the lives of many workers financially and also economically to the United States as a whole. Why do I say that? It's because last time we had a shutdown, it was in 2019, and it was a record-holding shutdown. It went on for 35 days. In those 35 days, we lost $11 billion. Now let's understand CR, continued resolution, or stopgaps. Stopgaps are temporary spending bills that allow federal government operations to continue until the final appropriation bills get approved by the Congress and the president. The good thing with CRs or stopgaps is that the government keeps running. However, starting new projects for the government may be a lot harder because they're working with a very restricted budget. Now I'll end with the actual deal that's being debated. What do the Democrats want? What do the Republicans want? The Republicans want to reduce the budget by $120 billion for the next upcoming fiscal year of 2024. Democrats being Democrats, they disagree. In fact, if it was up to Democrats, they would happily spend more than they spent in 2023, thereby increasing the federal debt the United States has from $33 trillion to maybe 34 or 35. With that said, I hope this information is enough for you to understand the total dynamics of a shutdown and stopgaps. If you enjoyed the video, comment down below what you liked and put in your feedback as well. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you on the next video.